Michael Strahan. What's up, partner? Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. I'm good, man. What are you encouraged about?
I'm encouraged about the state of the Giants. It's been a long time since I've felt confident in leadership, confident in direction, even if they don't win a ton of games. Do you share this?
Well, big time. Well, especially at this season, I'm not. I'm just going to go into it and say whatever happens, happens as far as like winning because, I like what Joe and I like what Brian are doing over there, and they had to compete with a salary cap that was crushing this team. So I think that's restricted them in a lot of ways as far as personnel. So I'm going to this room this season with an open mind. But these two, what I love about what they've done, they've actually reached out to veteran players who've been there before, and not to come in and talk to young guys that this is what you do and this is how you do it, but kind of just be around, to be an example of New York, how it works. And if you have any questions, we're here because we understand it's a different era of player and a different time.
Yeah.
But some of these guys may have questions. Our last few coaches never did that, never looked back at history to try to help the current.
Yeah,
so I've never that always kind of bothered me a little bit. And Brian Dable reached out to me last week and asked me for Jimmy Johnson's number.
Get out, really?
Which surprised me. Which really surprised me.
That's interesting.
I know, but I work with Jimmy Johnson every Sunday, and I'm in football season, and I'm telling you, from Belichick to Peyton to you name the top coaches in this league, all talk to Jimmy Johnson, and most of them go down to the Florida Keys and spend a few days with him, just on his boat talking football and learning from him about leadership, motivating guys, and just how to coach and dealing with all the things that come along with being a professional football coach.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
And so when he reached out to me and I connected him with Jimmy on his own texted me back and said, hey, just want you to know I talked to Brian and the Giants are in great hands.
Oh, that's cool.
That gave me some really serious encouragement. That's my state.
Yeah, let me give you a proper introduction. One of the greatest football players in New York Giants history, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion. My dude, even though he hated me for a minute, he loves me now just like I love him. Last time we went out to lunch, all the women were chasing him, not the dudes anymore.
Yeah, right.
He's transitioned. I'm telling you, remember all those moms? They were like,
yeah, because they used to watch like Kelly, man. And
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, I wasn't mad at that.
No, not mad. I wasn't mad either. Man, you had a great transition into the next stage of your career. But let me ask you a question back to Brian Dable reaching out to Jimmy Johnson. It's really about Jimmy Johnson. Is Jimmy that connected to the evolved game? Because it was so different when he was the coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he is, but I think it's because I think once you're a great coach, you're just a great coach. You think Belichick wouldn't have won at any other time. I just think that these coaches see some value in what Jimmy has instilled, and I'm not going to say that Jimmy's is there giving them the X's and O's, but I do know that he's probably giving them the most unbiased, best advice that they can get from someone who's been in their position and who's had success and major success on every level. You can't find coaches who've won in college and also in the pros who've won it all. And Jimmy's done it several times, both ends. So they're the reason these guys go to Jimmy. And I think there's like a 2-day limit. Jimmy's like, you can stay with me for 2 days. After that, you got to go.
Exactly.
So you better ask
I don't want house guests. I don't want house guests.
Yeah, I don't want house guests. I want my, I have some questions, but not too many.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
But everybody does it.
It's interesting what you said about, Shane and Dable, because I met them at the Robin Hood Foundation dinner, and they said the same thing to me. Hey, come over whenever you want. We'd love to pick your brain. You can pick ours, and I think that openness is something that's new to the game, right? It's new to getting the vets to come back. But one of the things that I know that you can be beneficial with is with Kayvon Thibodeau. Now, he's got some lofty goals, Stray, and I know you saw him. He wants 17 sacks or 18 sacks, whatever it is he's saying. I haven't met him yet, but I hear his personality is infectious, kind of like yours, right? You were the emotional leader of our team. Tell us about Kayvon.
Well, I met Kayvon, while he was in college, and Harold Reynolds, our friend who does MLB baseball, Harold reached out to me and said, Michael, there's this kid, reminds me a lot of you. I want you to meet him. So he connected me and Kayvon. We texted a little bit. We all got on a Zoom call. And then I would reach out and talk to him when he was at Oregon. And a great kid, a smart kid. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, does he really care about football? Because, of course, Kayvon is going to express himself. He's going to say, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. And, yeah, so it scares people when they go, well, he needs to focus on football, which he does. And I've explained that to him. But I also think he understands that in order for all those other things to happen, as you and I did, that you got to be a great football player because that's your primary business. Never mess up your primary business expecting for a secondary business to take off. Because at his age, there's no business that's going to be as good for him as football will be for him. And he gets that. He understands it. And I think the kid's going to be a great player. 17, 18 sacks. I remember coming out of college and said, I wanted 10. He's a little greedier than I am. But I think with this kid, he could possibly do it with the position that he's playing, with his athletic ability, and with, Wink Martindale. Wink just sends pressure, baby.
Yeah.
Wink does not hold back. He is not shy. He is going to pressure an offense. And when you get a player like Kayvon, you mix him up with Leonard Williams on the inside, you've got the makings of a pretty good pass rushing situation. Not saying he will or won't get 17 sacks, because that is a very lofty goal, but I believe we got a good pick who's going to bring some joy to Giants fans for some years to come. And I just hopefully – he'll allow me to help him as much as I can if there's anything he needs.
Yeah, I want to see that happen. What I really want to see is the Giants get back to defense first. And so all of the talk, the rhetoric, the nonsense is all about, they can't score, they don't do this. But if you have a great defense, and I wonder, you met Wink, I haven't met him yet. I mean, I know him, obviously, and historically we know his where his reputation leads and lies. But Wink Martindale he's going to be aggressive. Is the personnel right on the defensive side of the ball to bring the Giants back to where it used to be? Defense wins championships. It's what won, obviously, both of the last two against the Patriots, against those vaunted Patriots offenses. Is this defense there yet, personnel-wise?
Personnel-wise, I mean, I don't know if they're there yet. I think they have a lot of young players who they're depending on, which probably need a little bit more experience to carry them a little deeper into the season or postseason and get them to the postseason. But I do think that they're on their way there, and I love the leadership that they have to help build that. But as I said, I think some of the restrictions are going to be in the salary cap situation as far as being able to, afford the players that they want.
Yeah.
But I do think that they're on the right path. I think Thibodeau is the guy to contribute to that. I think Leonard Williams is a great guy. Bradbury, I'd love to see him still there. But I think that they have some pieces in order, but they'll probably need a few more.
Yeah.
So I just know that they're not going to back down. It's not like they're going to give up and say, this season. No, I think they are going into this thing expecting to surprise everybody this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
9 wins?
And Tiki,
8 wins,
part
9
of it
wins?
is about talent. Yeah, I wouldn't put – even last year, a lot of the games during the season, they're close.
Of course they're
were. Losing in the fourth quarter.
And then they lost their quarterback. And then they lost the quarterback for the last 5 games of the season. What'd you expect? You know what I mean?
But it takes that one, you know how it is. You're losing. You get that one win in a close situation completely changes your mentality and your belief system as far as like hanging in there and winning and waiting. So it's just like being patient during the game. So I do believe that this team has the talent. I think they're going to win those 8 or 9 games and possibly more. They can really surprise you because the NFL talent pool is very close. It's not as if someone just blows somebody out the water with talent. And so I think the Giants have a good shot. Daniel Jones in a contract year. Big, strong, talented kid who finally gets the coordinator, I think, who, we saw what Josh Allen did.
Yep.
So I think that the sky's the limit for the Giants. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got this question about this golf tournament that you're doing, the Icons Series, only because I know I'm busy. You are busier than me. You might be the busiest person I've engaged with in the last 10 years. I mean, 10 years straight you've been busy. How in the hell is your golf game good enough to represent the USA against the rest of the world in this Icon Series? By the way, I mentioned this a couple of times. It's only $25 for you and 3 kids over at Liberty National. Tell us about this, Stray, and tell me how poorly you're going to play.
I'll tell you right now, Tiki, I am not going to play poorly. I am not a bad golfer whatsoever, no matter what you think. Yeah, I do work. I work at work and I work at golf.
Okay.
That's what I work at. I work at both. How about that?
That works.
So
that works.
So you know what? I'm a good golfer, and I'm not going to go out there and disrespect the U.S. Team USA. But it's a fun event. You know what it is? It's a great event. I love the fact that we're bringing all these, the best athletes from around the world together to play a game of golf. But it's competitive. It's Team USA against Team rest of the world, and we have some. So golf is sports. What do? They bring people together. One of my favorite reasons to play golf is because you get to spend time with people that you are interesting, people you have conversations with, and yet it's competitive at the same time. It's a great equalizer, no matter if you're man, woman, big, small, thin, heavy, doesn't matter. But I love this because it's serious competition, diverse lineup. Ask Barty, for instance, who's the current Wimbledon champ, who's not even in Wimbledon this year because she retired, number one player in the world. She's playing in this tournament. She's I think a 3 handicap. Who would have known you could be so great? Yeah, exactly. You got Michael Phelps, who's on Team USA, J.R. Smith, Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Vick. And then on Team Rest of the World, like I say, you got Ash Barty. You got Harry Kane, who's a good buddy of mine I play a lot of golf with, from the Tottenham Hotspurs. Yep. Probably hits the golf ball further than anybody I've ever seen.
Get out of here, really?
And another, oh, man. Because these soccer players, man, he jumps into everything like he's kicking a career leader in penalty kicks.
Yeah.
He jumps into it. His calves are bigger than his thighs. So, bam, he's whacking that thing. And then Canelo Alvarez, and, for the rest of the world team. And it's interesting with Canelo. You think a boxer, this dude, I've been around him in San Diego where he lives, and I've seen him at other tournaments. He is so competitive and focused on golf. I'm just like, dude, I don't want to make you mad because I don't want to get hit.
Wait, is Triple G going to be there? Is Triple G going to be there?
Triple G won't be there.
Oh, okay.
If Triple G was there, they'd have to play on the same team. So no, these two. I saw them at Yankee Stadium facing off against each other. That was pretty scary.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
They don't. But this tournament is going to be fantastic, and it's just another way to kind of be competitive, but yet have some fun. But it's done with athletes and not just celebrities or anybody, because athletes have this innate sense of competition.
Yeah.
We do not like to lose. We're not just going to say, "Oh, I'm down, I'm going to give up." We're going to fight, and I think that's the kind of competition we want to see on the golf course. So I'm looking forward to this. It's got Liberty National Golf Course. You can go on my Instagram at Michael Strahan. Go to my page there to tell you how to get tickets. And as you said, kids are free, and the tickets are not that expensive for everyone else. So we just want to have a lot of people show up, turn out, have some fun with us. And don't worry, we won't be yelling for. We'll keep the ball in play.
I love it. Stray, much love from this end, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait to see you again. It's been a long time. But icons-series.com is how you get tickets, or just go to Michael Strahan, at Michael Strahan's social media accounts. He'll tell you how to get there. Appreciate you hopping on for a few minutes, brother.
Hey, great to see you. And I just saw Larry Fitzgerald, the great wide receiver, was asking about you the other day, man. So
love Fitz.
We're always thinking about you, and we appreciate you, man.
Be good, brother. Talk to you soon.
You too.
Michael Strahan, legend, New York Giants icon and legend, and a really, really great dude who's got, I'm not joking, that dude's got so much going on in his life, but he is thriving, and he's been thriving ever since he won that championship with the New York Giants and walked away a champion, right into the Hall of Fame and right into everybody's living rooms, and hopefully into the cup over at Liberty National. Again, icons-series.com is how you can get tickets for that. It's only $25, and under 17, basically free. A little bit